Hi students, this video will be covering inferential questions and how to answer them. This is an IEP goal for a lot of my students, and it's just a good skill to have when reading. So what is an inferential question? These are questions where the text does not actually tell us the answer, but we can work out the answer by considering the hints and clues in the text. So you can go back to the text and reread some keywords and phrases to help you find the answer, but you won't find the actual answer word for word in the text. So literal questions are the ones where you can find the answer word for word in the text. So in inferential questions, we'll just find hints to help us come to our answer. Some inferential questions can be open-ended, meaning that there might be more than one correct answer. Some inferential questions start with WH words like why, or they might ask, how did a character feel, or what do you think is going to happen next, or what's the main idea, or why did somebody do something? So once again, we'll just use hints to find out the answers to these problems. So I have here 2 paragraphs of text. This is actually from the first Harry Potter book because it's my favorite book. So we will read this together, and then I have some inferential questions for us to answer afterwards. Mr. Dursley might have been drifting into an uneasy sleep, but the cat on the wall outside was showing no sign of sleepiness. It was sitting as still as a statue, its eyes fixed unblinkingly on the far corner of Privet Drive. It didn't so much as quiver when a car door slammed in the next street, nor when 2 owls swooped overhead. In fact, it was nearly midnight before the cat moved at all. A man appeared on the corner the cat had been watching, appeared so suddenly and silently you'd have thought he'd just popped out of the ground. The cat's tail twitched and its eyes narrowed. Okay, so we have 3 questions. Number 1, why was the cat sitting so still outside the house? Number 2, how do you think the cat feels about the man? Number 3, what do you think is going to happen next? So we will walk through how to find the answers to these questions together. So back to question 1, why was the cat sitting so still outside the house? Now, obviously, this is just 2 paragraphs from an entire book. So in these 2 paragraphs, we don't know the exact answer, but we can make some inferences based on what we do know. So I went ahead and I bolded some of the parts that give good clues. The first one says, its eyes fixed unblinkingly on the far corner. So the cat is watching, staring at a corner on the street. It was nearly midnight before the cat moved at all. So it shows that the cat is sitting there for a long time, which makes me think that the cat's waiting for something. A man appeared on the corner the cat had been watching. So now I'm going to be able to guess that the cat was sitting outside the house because they were waiting for this man to come to the house. Question 2, how do you think the cat feels about the man? Now, obviously, once again, we don't have a ton of information. We have made the inference that the cat's waiting for this man. So we'll just make another inference for this question, and it might be right or it might be wrong, but since this is the only portion of the text we have, as long as we use the information given to us and make an educated guess, it'll be a good inference. So how does the cat feel about the man? So sitting there waiting for him, and the last sentence is really all we have that tells you how the cat's attitude is towards the man. It says the cat's tail twitched and its eyes narrowed. Now, I have a cat, so I'm going to use some of my knowledge to know that cats twitch their tails when they're aggravated, upset, annoyed. And then if somebody narrows their eyes, they're usually angry or displeased. So I'm going to make the inference that this cat does not like this man that's appeared, or this cat is not friends with this man that has appeared. Question 3, what do you think is going to happen next? Now, this is one of those open-ended questions that I was talking about. We could all predict different things are going to happen next. But once again, as long as you use the information given and come up with an educated guess as to what you might think will happen next, it'll be considered correct. So Mr. Dursley might have been drifting into an uneasy sleep. So I know that Mr. Dursley is inside of the house and he's sleeping. It might not be a great sleep, but he's inside sleeping or falling asleep. It was nearly midnight before the cat moved at all. So the cat's been sitting out there for a while. It's midnight, so it's nighttime. A man appeared on the corner. So the cat's sitting outside. A man comes to the house at midnight when Mr. Dursley is inside. So my prediction personally is going to be that the man is going to knock on the door and ask for Mr. Dursley. So that could be wrong. There could be different predictions as to what is going to happen that can be correct. But as long as you don't just make a wild guess, like I wouldn't say that, oh, I think, aliens are going to beam down onto the street. It doesn't make any sense. We have no clues to show us that aliens are coming. So as long as you use the information to make that prediction, then it's a good inference. So now that I've walked you through how to make inferences just from a short text, it's time to try it on your own. Go ahead and go into Google Classroom and complete the assignments that are labeled inferential questions. If you have any questions for me, if you need help with the assignment, then go ahead and email me. It's beth.kupferly@hcesc.org, or you can call or text me at 513-334-6930. Good luck.